So, about 9 months ago, I released a video talking about how I made an industrial type Thomas model. The video didn't really perform that well, but the idea of doing another one of these custom spotlights never left my head. Over time, I continued my life making the occasional FNF video and whatnot, but after looking at some of the other customs the fandom has made, I decided to get back into this little hobby. So, to kick off the new series of custom spotlight, we're gonna look at a model that has a lot of lore to it, and that being Timothy. Now, before we actually get into the video, you might be asking yourself, what the f is this thing? Timothy stems from a creepypasta called The Untold Story of Timothy, which is meant to be a fictional reasoning why the Series 2 episode, Ghost Train, was cut down due to it being too scary for young audiences. As of now, the original creepypasta has been lost to time, but a somewhat word-for-word DeviantArt page is available. Most people, myself included, were exposed to Timothy through the YouTube video with the same name, created by Silver Knight 925. Timothy is depicted as one of Thomas's brothers in the video, being based on a Billington E2 class tank engine. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I hate this design of Timothy. Like, it's literally just a scuffed repaint of an E2. Hell, even the smoke box is painted in this bright white color. Not to mention his face is just a retextured version of Thomas's elderly face from Magic Railroad. I look at other fan-made models of Timothy, and then I look back at the funny spooky one and I just get mad. I hate this. After the video was released, people started making their own models of Timothy, trying to rework the character from a blatant and rushed Thomas recolor to a more enjoyable and unique color designed character. Some turned out better than others. One of the better examples of this is TrainMania 19's model of Timothy. Sure, it has some small hints to the original Trains model, but hey, at least it's not an eyesore to look at. It's even got the proper smokebox color. Nice! Anyway, enough rambling about the character of Timothy. Let's look at the model that I've made. Back in October of 2023, Timothy's model started out as a beaten up Thomas I got off Kaiki. At least I think it was Kaiki, I don't remember the details. After I'd lined this Thomas up with my Playroad Toby and Percy, I realized this wasn't gonna cut it as my main Thomas. So, I ordered a new CGI Playroad Thomas off eBay with the intention of using this busted Thomas as a stunt model. I did end up repainting the chassis block and buffers in a gloss black, but then after that, I'm not sure what I did. I think I just started looking online for inspiration. And then I remembered Railway Customs' model of Timothy. Looking over their model and my busted Thomas, an idea clicked into my head. What if I turned this Thomas into Timothy after the viaduct crash? And that's what I did. Starting in November, I sanded down the body, added new paint, stole the wheels from my old Tom model, and made a custom face for the model. And this is where he currently stands. Much like the original Trains model, my Timothy has a light shade of gray paint and black wheels. But unlike the original, this model has red lining rather than green, a black footplate, copper plate funnel, black water caps, silver smoke box frames, and silver buffers. All the paint used here came from Apple Barrel. Whilst the original Trains model uses Thomas's elderly face, my version of Timothy uses a mesh of Thomas's face and Edward's nose. I think. I don't remember what nose I used. It's also worth noting that this face has wrinkles on it, showing he's a lot older than Thomas, much like with the elderly face. Right off the bat, you might have noticed something a little bit interesting with this model. Why is he so scuffed up? Well, that actually plays a part in Northwestern origins. While Timothy dies after crashing off the viaduct and ends up becoming the silly goof that he is in the creepypasta, Timothy barely survives the viaduct crash and is put out of service for a while in Northwestern origins, hence why he's so scuffed up like this. But that's a whole other video for me to discuss about. The weathering detail was done with dry brushing a pavement and brown paint from Apple Barrel, and the paint chips were used with applying silver paint with a toothpick. Honestly, I'm proud of this model of Timothy. There are some improvements I want to make with him, but as of right now, I'm happy where he stands. And with that, this is where the video ends. I hope you all enjoyed it. If this performs well, I'm definitely gonna make more, but if it doesn't, well, I'm just gonna make more regardless. I'll see you all in the next one, folks. Peace out.